If you ignore the United States Treasurer's latest testimony, you are absolutely risking your position in what is becoming the biggest financial reorganization in modern American history. The Treasurer just dropped a bombshell on Capitol Hill, and it's setting the stage for a global reset.
Yeah, you heard that right. In a historic testimony, the U.S. Treasurer flat out declared that the future of money will reshape Western civilization. But here's the kicker. He confirmed the entire infrastructure for this new future is being built on one specific technology, the XRP Ledger.
Okay, so let's get right into it. While the administration is out there in public calling central bank digital currencies communist money, behind the scenes, they are greenlighting the most aggressive institutional crypto push in history. This isn't what it looks like on the surface at all.
This slide just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? On the one hand, for you, the public, they're putting out executive orders, calling it communist money, and talking all about financial freedom. But look at what they're doing for the institutions. They're ramming through market structure legislation, they've already signed the Stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, into law, and they're pushing the Clarity Act. Make no mistake, this is a deliberate two-faced strategy. Reject the retail product everyone fears, while quietly building the legislative superhighway for the big banks.
So, you might be asking, how is this government plan actually getting executed in the real world? Well, let's look at the on-ramp being built right now for trillions, with a T, of institutional capital.
And here's the execution in all its glory. Ripple has officially partnered with Hyperliquid. Now, this isn't some minor deal, this is the dream team plan in action. You've got Ripple Prime onboarding the big Wall Street banks, and then the Hyperliquid partnership gives them a direct bridge, a frictionless pipeline to on-chain derivatives with literally zero gas fees. It's designed to move the world's trillions onto the ledger without a hitch. Okay, the banks have their bridge, but what can they actually buy? Before we break down the secret Fidelity report that shows exactly why Ripple's valuation has just skyrocketed, you absolutely need to subscribe to Crypto Global News. Seriously, if you are watching this without a subscription, you are missing the alerts. The algorithm will hide this content from you next week. Click subscribe right now to stay on the timeline.
Now for the twist that changes the entire game. Just as this holy grail of institutional demand is about to walk through the door, the available supply of XRP is disappearing at a rate we have never seen before. This is where the squeeze truly begins.
Let's rewind for a second. At the beginning of last year, things looked totally different. There were over 4 billion XRP just sitting on exchanges ready to be bought by anyone. That was the baseline. Remember that number, 4 billion. Now, fast forward to today, that number has absolutely crashed to just 1.7 billion tokens. And to put that into perspective for you, that is the lowest level of available supply in 7 years. It is being drained from the market at an incredible speed.
Look at this chart. This isn't a dip, okay? This is a historic supply shock. We're talking about a more than 50% collapse in the available supply. And it's being driven by two massive forces. Institutions moving huge amounts of coins into self-custody, and the new spot ETFs just gobbling up every single token they can find. The liquidity is vanishing right before the floodgates open.
This is exactly the kind of critical data we drop on Telegram first. The insiders get this info before it ever hits the mainstream. If you want these updates before anyone else, you need to join. Use the QR code on your screen or click the link in the description.
And believe me, this supply shock is no secret to the insiders on Wall Street. Let's look at the social proof. I'm talking about the massive bets being placed by the biggest players in finance as we speak.
Propelled by investments from absolute giants like Fidelity, Citadel, and Fortress, Ripple's private valuation has hit a mind-blowing $40 billion. This isn't just speculative retail money, folks. This is Wall Street's smartest capital placing a huge, calculated bet that Ripple is going to be central to this new financial system.
But it's not just Wall Street. The US government itself is a major player in this game. They're holding a massive reserve that basically confirms their strategic interest in how this whole digital asset revolution plays out.
So when he was questioned about a potential Bitcoin bailout, Treasurer Ben confirmed that the U.S. holds over $15 billion in seized Bitcoin as a strategic asset. Think about that. They aren't just making the rules from the sidelines, they are positioned as a major holder for the very outcome they are engineering. They have skin in the game. The conclusion here is pretty clear, right? The Treasury knows it, the banks know it, and the data proves it. The future of Western finance is digital, and XRP is the rail it's being built on. So this brings up a huge question for you. What's your take on the government holding a strategic digital asset reserve? Is that a massive conflict of interest or just smart national policy? I really want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the community post for this explainer.
So, all the pieces are now in place. The institutional rails are built, the laws are being finalized, and the available supply is locked down. The only real question left is, are you on the right side of this reset? To really understand how this supply shock is going to directly impact the new stablecoin laws, you need to watch the explainer I've linked for you right here on the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to Crypto Global News.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.